What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. JPM here, fighting game player for Goliath Gaming, and you know we gotta do this, man. We got to talk about really pressing issues. Now, I wonder if you even call them pressing issues, but hey. In today's one, we're gonna be talking about playing strong characters. You know, does playing top tier characters help? I wonder why am I even going through this one, because the short answer to it is hell yeah. Like hell fucking yeah, you know. But what brought this along was I think was it last month in Repo Kumite, Las Vegas. What happened was Nee was facing JDCR, and I think Nee won the set. Now Arslan on Twitter said if JDCR played a stronger character, he might have had a fighting chance, or the result might have been different. And then that just sparked a whole conversation, you know, about who's better and stuff like that. But let me summarize what he meant, you know. Now, first things first, before we even get far, we need to first identify what a strong character is when it comes to fighting games, you know. A lot of people will tell you is that if you had to ask them about Street Fighter, what makes a fighting game, what makes a strong character in Street Fighter 5, they'll tell you that it's the tools he has, blah blah blah. He's got the defensive options, you know. All of that is only like 10% or 20% of what, or the tools obviously not, but the defensive options like a DP, a 3-frame, those don't necessarily make a strong character, but they're like 20% of what contribute to it, you know. What makes a strong character is the tools that he has to deal with all the other characters, you know. What I mean by that is, I'm gonna give you an example. Rashid in Street Fighter 5, you know, he has very little bad matchups, and if something is a bad matchup, it's probably it's 4.5 to 5.5, you know, which is like slightly in the other character's favor, but at the end of the day, it's not that big of a difference, you know. As to when you were to make an example, Akuma and Geef, that's definitely a bad matchup for Akuma, you know, because Geef has so many tools to walk around Akuma. So yeah, the small gist of it is, the lower the bad matchups for the character, the higher he is on the tier list, because that means that that character already has tools to beat half of the cast, if not more. Ibuki used to only have very few bad matchups, but when V-Shift got introduced, they just started having more bad matchups, you know. So Rashid is also like a strong example to use, because he has so little when it comes to bad matchups, you know. That's why he's always high in the tiers. Doesn't matter how many times Capcom nerfs him, he'll always be high up, because he doesn't really have that many bad matchups. So Rashid players don't actually need to have another player, like another side character, you know. And you tell me a Rashid player that actually has a side character, you know, for tournaments, you know. You might see Gajikun playing Karin for the SFL, but that's only if they ban Rashid. In tournaments, he doesn't need to, because his character doesn't necessarily have bad matchups, you know. Normally when you get people having a secondary, you know, sometimes guys even play 3 characters at once. Those characters are to cover up the bad matchups, you know. They're to cover up the bad matchups for their main character, you know. Jury players are always going to be crying about whatever, but their character has so many bad matchups, you know. That's why she's always bottom half, you know. You look at, so Zeku, you think because he's got Old, which can zone, and Yan, which can play up close, he doesn't have bad matchups. Well, Ken is actually horrible for Zeku, you know. So that's why he's not necessarily, because of those kind of matchups, it's a bit funky. He'll always be mid-high, you know. Karin is high up there, but she can't be number 1 or number 2 or 3, because she has so many bad matchups. Poison, Fang, Birdie, Menards, Falk, Dalsum, G, because of those bad matchups, you can't necessarily put her in top 5. Kareem players are always going to be looking for another character to cover Kareem's bad matchups. You see. But that's like the short gist of it, is that, so what makes a character top tier? The less bad matchups he has, because that automatically means he or she has so many tools to deal with all the other characters. Now, does playing a top tier character help? Hell yeah. The fuck you even asking for? Hell yeah. It means you don't have to be thinking about all these matchups and how you need to random your opponent out just to win a bad matchup. It means your character already has tools to deal with those bad matchups, or those matchups that people consider, or certain guy mains consider bad, but to you they just 5-5, or 5.5, But yeah, all in all, it does help. It means, so let's do this. Open bracket tournament, I'm a Korean specialist. I look at that bracket. What am I looking at? I'm sitting there fucking wishing that I don't see a Fang, I don't see a G, I just get Mikas all the way. Mika players thinking, oh shit, if I meet a Korean player, I'm screwed. I need to see another character. A Rashid is just like it's another day in the office. But that's what playing top tier does. Unfortunately, it's just how it is. It's less stressful. But then again, obviously the skill carries you. Because your character's top tier, everybody's gonna be prepared for your character. And vice versa and all that stuff. But all in all, should you play a top tier character? I think the short answer to that is depends on how you feel about it. If you feel like you enjoy that specific top tier character, why not just play it? Nobody's gonna fault you for that. If you want to stick to your low tier, because you enjoy playing the character, then all means play the character. But if you're looking to be a competitive player, you might want to start considering options. If you main Geef and Abigail, you don't want to see a Minati in the tournament because you're screwed. So what you need to do? You need to pick up Luke, or you need to pick up Mika, or you need to pick up Poison. Just for that one matchup, because I feel that one character can just screw your whole plans. You see. But all in all, should you play a top tier character? Up to you. Would playing a different character, more top tier character, help JDCI in that set? Probably. Probably. But at the end of the day, skill is what wins the game. As much as the top tier character will help out, but skill is what will win you the tournament or win you the set. Yeah, guys. You tell me what you think about it. Hit me up in the comments below. Me, I play a top tier character. Karin is top 5, if not top 10. Japanese are saying she's top 10, not top 5. Me, I enjoy the character. When I touch the character, I go into the matrix. So whether she's gonna be she's gonna be nerfed until she's bottom 20, I'll still play the character. It just happened that she's top tier. But all in all, guys, play who you want to play. At the end of the day, we're trying to have fun. Catch me next time on the video, guys.